Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see by the title of this website, YOUHADONEJOB.com. So these people on paper had one job and they failed at their one job. So now it is our jobs as the viewers to react to these epic failures. Now I am going to tell you guys ahead of the video. Some things could be photoshopped and some things are real. Whether or not, we're still going to go through them. I'm going to go through as many as possible. I'm going to give you my natural reaction towards them. You guys can do the same by hitting up that comment section. Let me know if you have found any epic failures in your lifetime. By the way, today is New Year's Eve, so happy New Year's Eve to everyone around the world and everyone watching this video right now. Drop a huge like and don't forget to hit that big red subscriber button if you're new. So, here is our first one. We have a bunny sale going on right now. $45 for some bunnies. It doesn't say how many, it just says $45 for some bunnies. But if you look inside of the tank, ladies and gentlemen, none of these animals in here are in fact bunnies. I believe these are ferrets. So why do you have ferrets inside of a bunny cage and trying to sell these? I don't know why. You had one job and you failed at it. Let's move on. Okay, so we have a stadium, and it looks like these are all chairs and they have all numbers on them, but it doesn't seem like these numbers are in the correct order. As it says on the freaking image, you had one job. You had one job and you failed at it. How could you misplace seat numbers? They literally go in order. As you guys can see, you can't really scroll, like, I can't really zoom in, shall I say, but you have 15, 16, then you have 2, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, and it seems to be repeating in these other particular roles back here as well. So whatever this person's job was, yeah, they failed at it. Let's move on. Okay, so we've seen this before and we actually talked about this here on the channel in a previous You Had One Job reaction video. We're just going to do this again. These are from Lion King, and you have one that looks proper and then the other one that just looks like it's on dope or something. These kind of things really scared little children. They are going to question, why does this look like this? No child is just going to accept this, so these employers should not accept this from the companies that provide them with these toys. This particular person that created this stuffed animal, you had one job and you failed at it. Okay, so whether or not this could possibly be photoshopped, you had one job and you failed at this. This is a iPhone, ladies and gentlemen, but the outer frame says Samsung on it. Now that's just going to raise a lot of eyebrows in the crowd. Let's move on. Classic. You had slushy machines, and sometimes you do see in certain corner store locations where they use their slushy machines for different reasonings. Sometimes they have actual slushies in it, and sometimes they have different types of drinks in it. But at this particular location, they decided to reuse their slushy machines and also switch it around. As you guys can see, cherry is supposed to be in here and green apple is supposed to be in this one, but as I mentioned, they switched it around. So now you're going to be walking up here and you're going to think, is this cherry even good because it's green? And then you're going to look at this green apple and you're going to think, is this red apple because it's red? You know, whoever filled up these machines, they had one job and they failed at it. It was very simple that they couldn't handle this one easy job. Okay, so this one could be photoshopped, but either way we're still gonna look at it. So this person ordered this cup, and as you guys can see, once he got the cup from his, I guess, package, he looked at it and decided to compare it to the actual image on the website, and he noticed that this is in fact upside down and this is right side up. Whoever done this, they had one job and they failed at it. A simple print job on a mug or on a cup. It doesn't get any easier than that. How could you fail at that? Alright, emergency bell. Here you have this upside down tag. It says install this end down. So this, you installed it up here instead of down there. So how is someone supposed to know? Okay, this one's kind of weird, so we're just going to move on. They had one job and they failed at it. Okay, so we have ketchup, yellow mustard, sweet relish, and another bottle of ketchup. Let's see. This one is not really that bad. You just have the label not facing right side up. That one's not bad, but you did have one job and you failed at it. Arguably you could say that maybe this bottle wasn't made to be upside down the way these were created, but looking at it, it does look to seem, these are all the same type of bottles, so this label should be just flipped the other way. Oh man, I know this one is gonna make a lot of people cringe. You got a Coca-Cola pack of 2 liters, and inside of one of these packs you have Pepsi just saying, hello, I'm here, don't forget about me because I'm technically cola too. This is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, I would definitely love to have this pack because I am the type to not actually have a favorite. I love Coca-Cola equally as I love Pepsi, and this is kind of a win-win situation. If I'm buying this pack and they just happen to randomly throw in the Pepsi for me, they were looking out for me, I came up. But let's be honest, they failed at this. Whoever did this is savage. You had one job and you failed. Whoa. Okay, so we're at the supermarket and we're looking for juicy bacon, and we go over to the juicy bacon section and we just see nothing but actual juice, no bacon. First off, what is juicy bacon? Oh my god. This person failed 2 times. There's no such thing as juicy bacon. That's something as a description of bacon, but there isn't actually a label that reads juicy bacon. And then you failed because if you were supposed to be stacking bacon here, you have a whole bunch of juices in this aisle. You failed. The classic, we're just trying to make everything fit. This is wrong. Whoever put this counter together, you need to take it apart ASAP. Because if I wanted to look through both of these drawers at the same time, it's going to be physically impossible. Because as you guys can see, one drawer is open and the other is remaining shut because it cannot open. These are too close together. They should be spread apart. This countertop should not exist in someone's kitchen, but it does. You had one job and you failed at it. And they probably got paid a lot of money because this is a marble countertop. Alright, we have a bathroom stall lock, and it doesn't seem to be actually locking or protecting your privacy. You had one job and you failed at it, and you're also a freak of nature. This is actually a common error. Here you have a door stopper, but the door is actually all the way past the door stopper. So the door stopper is actually not doing its job here. So the person that put this here They had one job and they failed at it. And also the door stopper had one job and the door stopper is failing at it. You're not stopping the door from slamming into the wall. That's so funny. Ooh, so close. So they decided we're gonna plant a tree. And in fact, we're not gonna plant the tree in the dugout hole that we created. We're just gonna plant the tree inside of the sidewalk. You had one job, plant the tree here, but you shoved it here. I'm not even sure how they shoved this tree here, ladies and gentlemen, but somehow they made it work. And it still didn't work out anyway, because now you have this just sitting here, and this is just drawing so much attention. It's so weird, it's so random, it's so out of place, and there's nothing in its place. Okay, so we have another door stopper situation. This one is actually different because the first one we had, it was too far. It was too far out, and now this one is too far up. So whenever you open this door, you're slamming right into these tiles, and these tiles will start to crack and fall off of the wall, while you have the actual door stopper up here not stopping anything. It almost looks like a button up here, like one of those buttons that you press when you're waiting for the elevator. Okay, so we went through this already here on the channel as well. This person had one job and they failed at it. You could automatically look at this and say, if you're down here on the street looking up, "Excuse me, sir, this is wrong. Can you fix that?" How could you not see that you made this error? How could how could anyone not tell you that you made this error? You put this up there and then you just left it up there. The work day is over, I'm going home. This woman's body is detached. You have her top half over here at her bottom half where her legs is supposed to be, and you have the top half of her body with nothing else up here. That's just weird. You had one job and you failed at it. This looks stupid. Okay, so we also talked about this on the channel as well. I don't know what this person was doing, but obviously they were drinking on a job, and maybe they were tired and they decided, let's put a little crosswalk sidewalk here in the middle of this parking lot. So this is where I guess you're exiting out, and this is supposed to be over here, not here in the middle of this. So now you're gonna have cars driving over this. Now it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a bumpy ride, but still it's gonna be awkward just seeing a random piece of piece of concrete sidewalk in the middle of a concrete road. I guess I could have explained that better, but you guys get the gist of it. They had one job and they failed at this. Okay, so this is actually a common error. Once again, we're looking at pavement and sidewalks. You have the color stones here, and as you guys can see, this one random red piece should not exist right here. It should actually be where the red is, but you have a black piece placed here. Now this is just lazy, but you also had one job and you failed at it. You were almost there to completing that one job, but then you decide to slip up and put the red over here. So close. Ah, yes. We have another parking lot setting, and you have a pole which is parked in the middle of the freaking parking lot. Oh man, look at the arrow, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the car's direction that they're supposed to be going in, and when cars are coming, they're going to be approaching this pole, and they're going to be slamming into this pole. Unless you're, one of those A+ drivers and you know how to maneuver around obstacles and everything like that. Either way, this doesn't belong there. Whoever had this job, they failed at it and they need to be fired. Okay. So whoever had this job, Wow, they had a super overly active imagination. This person that had this job, you failed, and you were probably a child. This looks like a child's drawing, not a street or a runway. Why is there so many yellow double dash lines? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is giving me a brain fart right now. I'm telling you that. Okay, we have attack of Mother Nature. We have trees in the middle of a path walkway in a park. So these guys are trying to make it seem like if Mother Nature actually had the one job and failed at it, but you had that one job and failed at it. You build a path walkway around where trees are actually growing. What kind of common sense does this make, ladies and gentlemen? I don't understand it. But I'm telling you, if I were walking in this park, now I have to avoid walking into this tree. If I were bike riding, I'm going to slam into this tree. And then I'm going to possibly slam into the next one and the next one after that, because there are 3 huge trees in the middle of this path walkway. That doesn't make any sense. You had one job and you failed. Okay. So this one, it's kind of hard to say because it could be a failure, but it could also be some type of trend that, they're trying to start. You know, dash lines and everything like that in the streets, they look pretty boring, and now here you have like a little design going on with this dash line, and it was repeated not only once but several times, as you guys can see over here, and over here. Now you can also say maybe these particular street settings weren't paved correctly or smoothed out correctly. These could have lumps and it could be wavy. Maybe that's the reason why it came out the way it came out. Either way, they had one job and they failed at it. Okay, so we have a page and it says this page intentionally left blank. Okay, so this is a 50-50 situation because while this page is technically supposed to be left blank, you actually have these words here stating that it was intentionally left blank. So it's not actually left blank. That's giving me a headache. Let's move on. Okay, we have another street setting, ladies and gentlemen, with a random pole in the middle of a turn. Now they did actually place the cones, letting you know that this is their working site. Try not to crash into this, but you're still gonna crash into this because why? They decided to place a freaking wooden pole in the middle of a right turn. This pole is probably supposed to be right over here on the side where this stop sign is leaning, but instead they said screw it, we're gonna just put this right here and we're gonna put these cones here and hopefully nobody gets into an accident. You had one job and you failed. Alright, okay, so this one happens to come from a video on Yahoo, and it says AAA's daily fuel gauge report covers the current average for gas prices in the country and is available on their website www.findoutwhat the website's URL is and put it there. Oh gosh. You had one job and you decided to be savage and not actually link the website. You're a gangster for doing this, but ultimately you had one job and you failed. That gave me a good laugh though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying not to laugh too loud. It is 4 a.m. here. Okay, so we have 2 identical doors, but they're actually not identical. As you guys can see, the one on the right, it seems to be upside down, while the one on the left is actually how the door is supposed to look. Now, how do you actually open this door? I'm assuming that it opens the same way, or maybe it just doesn't open at all. Whoever created this door, you had one job and you failed at it. Alright, this one, no words for that one, but I'm going to just leave it there so you guys can see. This right here, it shouldn't be there. This one, it had me kind of lost, so in the comment section, let me know what you guys think this is supposed to be. Maybe it's a hook and it's not in the right position. Maybe it's supposed to be upside down so that way you can actually hang something on here. I don't know what it is. This looks sus over here. Alright, so we're at a school and we have a locker. And not just one locker, we have this, what is this, a double locker? Why is this not like the rest of the other lockers? I just don't understand this, but this is also a common mistake, ladies and gentlemen. That is just due to, education's, not, these, schooling funding. Basically what I'm trying to say is like school funding. Sometimes this is exactly what you're going to get out of it. A lot of schools are not getting the proper amount of funding, so this is how they're just letting them know you're not giving us enough money, so we're going to give you a half-assed job. We're going to give you a complete set of lockers with one that is just random out of the blue. You have this all the way up here and then this one all the way down here. So this is going to be crazy. If you're a person that's not at the, I guess average height for your locker, you're going to struggle because this one is way too high and then this one is like way too low. So you're going to be on your knees and, bending down sometimes for a long period of time. It does hurt. Okay, so we have a confused parking lot setting. I don't know exactly what type of cars are supposed to fit in this space, but I'm just letting you guys know. Here you have these stoppers here, so this is letting you know, like, okay, this is where you park your car and this is where you stop it before you back up into like a pole or the hill, as you guys can see right here. But it's actually not supposed to be up here, it's supposed to be back here. So if you're coming in from this way and you're turning into the lot, this is gonna be hard for you to even get your car in this parking space. And then, as I said, this space just doesn't look like it's big enough to fit average size cars anyway. Whoever created these parking lot dash lines, you failed. You had one job and you failed. Oh wow. Okay, we have a banister and we have some stairs. But as you guys can see, the banister is not facing the proper way. It's supposed to be facing like that. As you guys can see, the cursor as I'm moving it, that is the direction that the banister should be facing in, but instead it's facing this way. So when you're coming down the hall and you're about to walk down these stairs, how are you supposed to, hold on to the railing? Look at this end, it's all the way at the floor. That's just stupid. Savage, stupid, and you had one job and you failed. Oh God, you had one job, and that person's one job was to fall asleep behind the wheel. You guys seen those trucks on the streets that be drawing the lines? Yeah, this particular individual that was behind the wheel probably fell asleep and then woke back up towards the end of their, like their little nap. They realized, oh snap, I shouldn't be sleeping, or maybe their alarm went off, or maybe somebody was trying to grab their attention, letting them know that they are failing at their one particular job. Wow. Do you see how good it started out and then it just went crazy and then it went back to proper? You had one job, as the photo reads. Okay, this one is just freaking retarded on all levels. Here you have a toilet and the toilet seat. This is the cover of the toilet seat, and then you have the actual seat where you're supposed to sit. So if you put this down, this is covering the toilet, and if you sit on that, yeah, you're pooping on the top of your toilet seat cover. Wow, that just doesn't even make any sense. You had one job and you failed at it. You shouldn't even have this job anymore. Like, fired on the spot. As soon as I seen this in my bathroom, you're fired. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our last photo because this video has gone on long enough, and some of these are just, repeats with different locations. Okay, you have another parking lot setting where this is supposed to be the exit over here, and then the entry is over here. But as you guys can see, the word enter is upside down, and the arrow is pointing that way. So you're going to be coming to this parking lot and you're going to be totally confused. You're going to look at this on the ground, and then you're going to look at this sign, and you're just going to be scratching your head and possibly holding up traffic as well. Let me just throw in one more bonus one. Let's see what the next one is. Alright, so this is our last one that we're going to review. We have a water fountain which has way too much pressure with the water. As you guys can see, he or she is pressing this fountain, and the water is sprouting way over the entire system. Here it's set up right here. You have the water sprouting and shooting on the floor. If it had any more power, or if it was sprouting in a different direction, it would hit this outlet right here, and that'd be very, very dangerous. You had one job and you failed at it. Turn down the freaking power. Now, arguably, ladies and gentlemen, when we approach these water fountains, whether it's in our school or it's in a mall, we do notice that sometimes they don't have enough water power pressure pushing the water out, and that causes us to be at a caution, because we don't want to put our mouths on these things, right? We don't want to spread germs or get any germs. And sometimes we do ask for the pressure to be adjusted, but this one, they took it way too far. I don't know why they decided to put this out here. They literally took the definition of water fountain and created like a sprinkling fountain that you see in the middle of a park setting. This is almost like a bird bath. They're watering the carpet down here. Oh my God. These people in their one particular jobs, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, and if you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe for more videos like this. And if you guys want to see more content like this on the channel, don't forget to hit up that comment section. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.